Howdy ho YouTube, Major Cord here. This is going to be an entry into Taddyboy2's 200 subscriber contest. Thank you, Tad, for holding this contest. It's really awesome. And, you know, if you guys aren't subscribed to Taddyboy, check him out. He's really awesome. He's supported my channel for a while. And, you know, I discovered him about the same time he discovered me. He puts out some really great stuff. So, obviously, his information is going to be in the description box like I always do when I enter contests. So I do encourage you guys to check him out. I'm going to try to make this quick, because I have a history of rambling, obviously. So, let's get down to business. We need to show our favorite knife, gun, and flashlight, and our newest knife, gun, and flashlight. So let's get down to business. Okay, my favorite gun is actually the only firearm that I can claim to own, and that is my Marlin Glenfield Model 25 22 long rifle, rifle. And this is safety checked. There's nothing in the chamber, and as you can see, there is no magazine. I actually have no idea where the magazine is. It's probably somewhere missing in the gun cabinet. But it is a 7-shot magazine. This used to be my father's. These were produced, I believe, in the late 70s, early 80s, and they're essentially a cheaper version of some sort of Marlin model. Yeah, as I said, this used to be his. I think he got it around the time he was in his early teens, so that would match up well to the date of production. And he gave it to me around the time I was 10, so when I was, 9 or 10, that would be about a decade ago. And for its age, 25, 30-ish years, it's in very good condition. The wood has held up well, hasn't been beat up too much. The only problem I have with it is that this rear sight is a little loose. I gotta put some Loctite on the dovetail. But as you can see, and this is a safe direction, this is my basement floor and pool table underneath here. The sights are decently crude but very accurate. It's just a simple notch and post system here. But the bolt is really smooth, which is, not necessarily standard for simple 22s like this, but I enjoy it. Standard safety. When I get a chance to shoot this, it's a hoot. I mean, it may just be a 22, but this is what I learned to shoot on, so there's a lot of memories, obviously, behind this. And I plan on keeping it and eventually passing it down to my son and or daughter. So, there's that. My favorite knife currently is not the blue Spyderco Endura. It's actually this blue lightweight FRN Spyderco Manix that was a gift to me by my friend here on YouTube, Mr. Jimbo Fox. Yeah, this knife is just awesome. I'm not going to give a full review of it here, obviously, but for about 2 ounces, I think, this knife is EDC perfection. You get a 3-ish inch blade, CTS BD1 steel, Spyderco's ball bearing lock, and of course that beautiful Spire wire pocket clip, and it's fucking blue. I mean, come on. What more do you need? But yeah, it's everything I love about the Manix made better. So, it may not be as heavy duty, but I don't need that in an EDC knife. Which is why I've just fallen in love with this knife. It didn't leave my pocket from the time I got it to the time I really shook up my EDC with a couple new knives. So, it's in the drawer for now, but it will be going with me to school, and it will get some more pocket time eventually. So, that's the current top of the list, and my current favorite flashlight is, of course, the Olight i2, which hasn't been in my EDC rotation for a while, but it's still my favorite. I think it's like 2.5-ish ounces. It's a single AA light. Got your low, your medium, and your high. 2.5, I think 20 and 80-ish lumens. And this is a fantastic EDC light. I like it better than the ITP and Maritac lights of similar size because the pocket clip is so much better. It's actually held on by hex screws, so there's a lot to love here. And this is about $25. So you should definitely look into picking one of these up. if you have the chance or the desire to. And I mentioned before that I don't own any other firearms. However, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to show off this as my most recently acquired long arm. And this is a, what is this? This is an Air Venturi Bronco, and this is a 17 caliber air rifle. This is also safe. There's nothing in the barrel there. But this I really like because it allows me to shoot in my own backyard. I don't have a ton of land. I think my house sits on like 3/4 of an acre, you know, normal suburbia. So I can't go shooting off that 22 in my backyard without pissing off the neighbors. This, however, allows me to maintain my marksmanship skills and just have fun while still, you know, not breaking the law or angering the crazy Nazi lady who lives next door. And this, too, is just a fine piece of engineering. Standard break barrel, so it's a single shot. I think this gets like 650 feet per second, which is all I need for plinking. I don't hunt with this, nor do I hunt at all, really. But this is fine for destroying paper and tin cans and anything else that I may want to experiment on. But the sights on this, I think, are just fine for the job they do. I'm not going to be able to really show those off, but they're precise enough, and this is accurate up to, I'd say, 100, 150, 200 feet. That's really all I've attempted with this, because that's really the longest clear shooting space I have in my own backyard. But what I do want to make note of is this double-bladed trigger, and I can't cock it in the house, really, to dry fire it, because that's not recommended. But this double-bladed trigger is a really smooth trigger. You really don't feel it at all when it discharges. So it's just a beautiful gun. I think it retails for about $125. And if you're into air gunning at all, this is a good starter air gun. Definitely not one that you'd want to pick up if you're a hardcore air gun enthusiast, but if you're just a beginner or someone who likes it as a basic hobby, I'd recommend it. Now, my newest knife, I'm not going to count the, you know, massive amounts of Swiss Army knife classics that I recently picked up off of eBay, because, you know, I don't use them. They're there to serve as replacement knives or gifts or, you know, fondling playthings. But I will talk briefly about this Victorinox Compact. I've been eyeballing this for a while, and I recently decided to pull the plug and get it because when I go to college, I want to condense my EDC as much as possible. And I figured with the knife blade, scissors, combo tool, and corkscrew, and this weird hook thing, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with that, but it's there. This will condense it well enough. Also, a pen. This will condense it well enough that I can get rid of carrying an additional multi-tool or a clip knife, you know, and be a normal suburban or urban campus student, you know? Blend in. Not scare people when I take out my knife to cut things. And that's what I want to achieve. My campus next year is in the middle of nowhere. It's not like my urban campus of the past 2 years. I have really nothing to worry about, you know, knife-wise, so to speak. No use for a tactical folder. And really, since I'm living on campus and I'm never going to be more than 15 minutes away from my dorm room, this is probably all the knife I'm going to need. And really, the implement that came in most handy recently was the scissors. Last night I was at a grad party for one of my friends, and they passed out Freezy Pops. Well, those are kind of hard to open, unless you're going to gnaw at it with your teeth, and for some people that failed miserably. So I took out this and started cutting them open for them. And some people were surprised, you know, as to why I had this on me, but after I started being, you know, the most handy person there, they forgot all about the fact that I had a knife in my pocket. So this thing has already been a lifesaver more than once. And I think I'll definitely keep carrying this. And I'll, you know, alternate with a couple of other things, but this will definitely be a core part of my EDC for the foreseeable future. I think this retails for about 30 bucks. And my most recent flashlight purchase is actually something I bought at the recommendation of Taddyboy himself, and that's the Terralux Lightstar 220. So this I bought as a powerful outdoor long-distance flashlight, 220 lumens, and I think 100 or 80, something like that. I used this actually the other night at a campfire that I had in my backyard, just so I could see what I was doing as I set it up for some friends and all that. But this is the type of light that's just heavy enough and big enough, takes 2 AA's, that I'm not going to carry it as an EDC light. You know, that's what this is for. This is the type of light that, you know, if I know I'm going to need it in a specialized task, like going outside at night to, you know, set up a campfire, do some tasks, hiking, not that that's ever going to happen, or, you know, something like that. This is the specialized light I'd take. If I need some oomph, you know, some oomph in my light. That was a really funny noise. Oomph. Sound like a big burly Italian man. But yeah, this would be the light I'd take, and I'm really glad I have it now. So, this is the most recent light acquisition. But this and lights like it are still going to be my primary EDC light. So, all of these items, you know, fuck it, I'll just move the camera. You can see all that, and including my cell phone. There you go. Have a look at the mess. All of this stuff you just saw in the video. I want to thank Taddyboy2 for holding this contest. Good luck to everyone who enters. Please check him out. He's an awesome guy. And I guess enjoy your evening. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.